Now, it may just be that literally the last time that you checked, something such as telepathy would have been thought to be science fiction or just crazy. But it is now scientifically proven that telepathy is within your reach. And though I will try not to make these people look too silly, you're about to see clips of a conversation with regards to telepathy with the so-called atheist
We're going to
experience.
talk with Landy, he, him.
The fourth phase of cellular water, intracellular water, which when you look it up is actually going to go ahead and prove to you that it's been peer reviewed, that telecommunication, actual telepathic speaking is within reach. You'll see that literally posted within, for example, the Smithsonian magazine website, that literally this fourth stage of cellular water is capable of telecommunication. And this is overlaying the fourth kingdom.
Are you talking
book.
about the thing where people yelled at glasses of water and then took silly pictures of them and told everybody that your water is magic? That's not what you're talking about, right?
Not at all, sir.
Yeah, because when I look up intracellular water, none of the things that come up on the NCBI website are anything close to what you're talking about. So
actually, what you will find is exactly what I said, including a TMS.
That intracellular water can do like telekinetic communication. That's what I'm going to find here. Because currently what I found is extracellular to intracellular body water and cognitive function among healthy, older, and younger adults. That definitely isn't what you're talking about.
Look up the post that I showed you, that I just mentioned, from the Smithsonian magazine, that will literally tell you telepathic communication is in reach, where they rig one human being with what is called a TMS, literally a capsule, almost like you may have seen with that Ready Player One movie. And they literally have been able to deliver telepathic communication via this way. Literally, look it up just like that.
I genuinely am right now. And I can honestly tell you, abso-fucking-lutely nothing is coming up, bro. Like, I don't know if I can, I don't think I can share my screen right now, but like legitimately, I typed in intracellular water Smithsonian. If that doesn't bring up this article that you're talking about, bro, I just don't know what the fuck will. And the only thing that comes up is algae preservation techniques. That's all I'm getting. Now, everybody at home, you can be good skeptics yourself and go check it out.
Here is some of the shared recorded data in regards to the TMS, transcranial magnetic stimulation device, that I mentioned in the conversation. And of course, you're more than welcome to pause to read on, as in a moment we'll begin going over how this is possible naturally, by the grace of God. Now, our DNA has the ability to act as a fractal antenna in response to electromagnetic fields. What this means is that DNA can resonate with a broad range of frequencies, from extremely low frequency to radio frequency. Now we're going to cut back to a point in the conversation where I was looking to point out that the triangular numbers within the 7 words of Genesis 1:1, the first verse of creation, those triangular numbers, such as the number 28 being the 7th triangular number, as those 7 words are made up of 28 letters, and altogether the full gematria of the first verse of Genesis equals 2701, which is the 73rd triangular number. Now, what gematria means is in the Hebrew, in essence, every letter is assigned a number. And the first verse of Genesis equates to 2701, which is the 73rd triangular number. Now, the reason why this is brought up in this instance is to point out that figurate number, which in essence outlines a pyramid, as those 7 words containing the 7th and ultimately the 73rd triangular numbers, of course, outline a pyramid, which the designs thereof is held to be shared by the 7th patriarch since Adam, Enoch. And the reason why this is brought up is because in a moment you're about to see the overlay between the the physio-electric functions of the pyramid, which in essence is an overlay of the physio-electric processes within our body which allow for telecommunication, telepathy from our pineal gland.
The first verse of Genesis, Genesis 1:1, is in essence mathematical code. It's 7 words with all the characters that it's made up of, equals out to 28 letters. That's the 7th triangular number. In essence, all of these numbers together come out to 2701 that mathematically equate to the first verse of Genesis. That's the 73rd triangular number, which erects a pyramid, such as the Great Pyramid. These 7 words right here, which is in essence make up the 7th triangular number, the 28 letters, not only point to that pyramid, which was created, architected by the 7th patriarch since Adam, Enoch, but also, just to get back to the point, those 7 words that come out to 28 letters altogether correlate with the 7 musical scales, which with all the notes contain
now
their
my question. And your time is up. Lenny, your time is up. Your time is up.
The bodies of water found beneath the pyramids. These streams, these lakes of water, of liquid, are just as much purposeful as they are beautiful. This characteristic in design is found throughout the world as we are seeing here. For years, it has been said by many that the inside of the pyramids appear to be the inner workings of a masterful work, the mechanics of a power plant. And we are witnessing proof of exactly that. The walls of these great pyramids being made up of quartz crystal. When a flow of water passes through these underground tunnels and shafts and cavities, it's capable of producing an electrical current known as physio-electricity. And in the exact same fashion, what is renowned as the Pyramid of the Sun contains lakes of liquid mercury, and the walls themselves, which are laced and carefully impregnated with the crystal known as pyrite, which functions as a conductor of electricity. Wondrous overlay of one another, just as the pyramids produce the power that they can using physio-electricity, otherwise known as piezo-electricity, with the elements and the mechanics of our very bodies being designed in the way that they are. This very same kind of electric charge is found within our very DNA, as well as our bones.
In 2002, scientists made the exciting discovery that calcite microcrystals exist on the pineal gland, and that these crystals can interact with electromagnetic fields.
These crystals have piezo-electric properties with excitability in the frequency range of mobile telecommunications. They theorize that the interactions of these crystals with global system for mobile telecommunication waves could constitute a new mechanism of transduction of the pineal membrane. What this means in layman's terms is that our pineal gland is a cell phone. The wireless transmitter that links us with universal consciousness is our pineal gland.
Cerebral spinal fluid right up into your brain. And as you begin to hold your breath, you're pushing that cerebral spinal fluid right up against the crystals of the pineal gland. And then the mechanical stress begins to electrically activate those crystals. And we are turning on the radio receiver in the brain.
Just as the pyramids parallel our very bodies and being capable of physio-electricity to in essence resonate and interact with these electromagnetic fields. One of the main components within the gates of this fourth kingdom is calcite. It is very telling upon this full circle in reaching this part of our journey, getting to this point, this fourth phase of water. It is very telling that the largest known calcite statue in the world is a sphinx.
The shape of a lion body and the head of a man.
And this fourth phase of water.
Code, this is so powerful. In the book of Daniel, it actually says that the Torah is a code and that the code is sealed until the end of time. Here it is.
Daniel chapter 7 verses 23 to 25 talks about a fourth kingdom that's different from others and will take over the whole world.
He's got a huge tablet of stone engraved with the Ten Commandments, but also it was said during that time the Torah was revealed to him. So this is the way we typically think about this. New interpretations of the text now suggest the entire Torah was encoded into a crystalline substance, not necessarily a crystal, but a crystalline substance that fit into the palm of a single hand. And when the Ark of the Covenant is revealed and made public, we will see that is the case.
It is at these edges that one can find the fourth phase of water, or the exclusion zone of Gerald Pollack's research that shows that the cytoplasm is composed of a particular type of intracellular water, structured water.
Entire Torah was encoded into a crystalline substance.
A liquid crystal type of water in the cell that facilitates energy and information transfer.
Now, some of you may be wondering how it is that I came upon this information. And it is because by the grace of God, I, the true line of Christ, has been blessed with this capability, communicating with what you know of as FBI, which we will get further into at a later time. For the moment, I leave you with these further outlines of the fourth phase of cellular water, and further proof that these revelations were always meant to be a part of the coming of Christ, which is indeed myself, by the grace of God.
And the first thing that happens when Mashiach comes is that all of the radio channels, it's all a different scene, a different vibration. And the first thing that happens when Mashiach comes is that all of the radio channels, it's all a different scene, a different vibration.